This video is about local service ads for HVAC business. I already spoke about this a lot, and I know that there are many companies who didn't use the local service ads for their business at all, or who tried to launch it and it started working, but then after a while it just slows down and it's not working at all. So in this video I want to share with you our experience, actually how the basic experience, even basic stuff, how to set up the account, actually where you will see your ads and where your business will be visible when you'll have the local service ads account. And of course some pro tricks and tips which I also share in my webinar. So if you missed something on the webinar, you feel free to make sure that you will implement this in your local service ads account. So these are the examples. I just googled several locations, so you can see that furnace repair San Francisco, for example. This is the local service ads. This is where your company should be visible if you're running the LSA. And then goes the sponsored results from Google search ads, and then goes the Google Maps. This is also where you have to be, like, your company has to be everywhere. And this is my concept. This is the 8-figure concept. Just real quick, I want to show you what is this 8-figure concept about, because we are on the local service ads right now. This is the tiny thing here on the left side, and this is the 8-figure growth roadmap. This is what I promote in my agency. This is what I promote on my videos. This is what I'm talking usually about on the webinars and the workshops and everywhere. And what's included here? It's everything. It's the lead generation and organic visibility and conversion and retention block, and then the sales alignment and tracking. And usually what you are saying, or what guys are saying in the market, that just give us more leads. We need more leads. We need more installations. We need more replacements and all that stuff. But sometimes we don't need more leads. We need to build a consistent system for consistency, for consistent business. The local service ads is only the one little thing of the lead generation process for your business. So I'm coming back to the basics, guys. I know that some of you may have already the local service ads running, some of you not. So I'll go real quick through the basics, and then also we'll share the pro tips and how actually you can, relaunch your account, or if you're only starting, how to start it correctly so you can outrank your competitors. This is another example, the furnace repair in San Jose. These guys are strong, the Irbis and the Trio, they compete in here, and not only here but also in the market. But this is where you can see the company. This is where your company should be. And then goes sponsored results, then the maps, and then search organic. So this is how the local service ads look on the general search map. So they are in the top, and this is how it looks on the mobile. Usually when the most of the traffic comes from mobile, so you can see the same thing. And you can receive the calls, you can receive texts, emails, and bookings, and booking and appointments right away in your calendar. If you set it up correctly, then you can also receive this thing. And this is, by the way, maybe one of the ranking factor, because if you're not using this, and I know that a lot of companies don't use this feature for the local service ads, maybe try it and see if you can outrank your competitors because of these only. So you receive these types of leads, and you should have noticed already that they get competitive quotes. This is what Google add on top of the local service ads. And if our homeowners, if they want just to, price shopping, or they want a competitive quote, they will share this lead, and you will receive a shared lead. This is one option what they have right now for new option what they have right now for homeowners. But for us, it's okay. Let it be there. And anyway, most of the leads are coming in. They are exclusive. And why I actually love the local service ads when it's running, of course, when it's running smoothly. I love it, and I think that it's a no-brainer, because it's an instant visibility in top one. It's number one. It's number one position. It's on top of everything, on the search ads, on top of Google Maps, and on top of SEO, like organic SEO, usual classic SEO. So the highest intent, the homeowners, they in a buying mode. You pay for the leads only. This is the best thing. I love that. But you pay for the leads only. You not clicks, not visibility. Pay for the leads. Exclusive leads. And exclusivity, it's not 100% right now, but anyway, most of the leads which we receive and our clients receive, they're still exclusive. And cost per lead is lower than in regular Google search ads. This is true. Most of the time you you'll get the calls and you'll get the leads cheaper than in the Google search. And and outdoor funds and no charge. So this is just works very good. They have AI built in, so it analyzes your calls and then you will see like it's credited or it's charged. This is what you will see if you don't pay for this call. The next thing is I would discuss is how to budget the local service ads. I usually say that it depends on on your targets. And if you have a lot of the guys, they just have okay, I'll invest 1,000 per week or 2,000 per week. And if let's say we have 1 or 2,000. Then we have like 40 leads plus, and then I would just target on 10x from that number which you invested to get that number from in sales, to get that number in revenue. So if you invest in 4K, then you receive 40K back. If you invest 10K monthly, then you receive 100K minimum in the installations and repairs in revenue from these leads, from these calls. So this would be the metrics and not the KPIs, but the metrics which I would target and calculate. Then let's go through the basic setup of your account. And by the way, you will not see this Google guaranteed sign anymore. I didn't want to review the screenshot because I just wanted to show that it used to have this Google guarantee sign, but right now we don't have it anymore. And most of you don't, you miss it, but it is as it is. They decided to not use the Google guaranteed sign anymore. When you open an account, you make the business information, you input everything, and your working hours, address, it's already there because you need to connect it to the Google My Business profile. And then you play with the bidding strategy and average weekly budget. This is important. I will tell about this a bit later, because usually what we have is automated bidding, like maximize leads. This is it. But it doesn't work the best in all times. So the job types, be careful here. I mean, not be careful, but just pay attention that if you want to cover all the possible traffic, then just make everything visible for AC maintenance and installation of ducts and vents and install thermostats and repair AC and then of course the installation of AC and other things. But if you want to installation only, then you can pick up those, or if you want to repair jobs only, you can pick up those. Most of the accounts which I saw, they run on everything. They just, through the business model, they just try to maximize the sales of the installations and replacements.
Let me pause here for a second. When I started talking to HVAC owners, I realized that most of the real insights are not on YouTube yet. There are inside conversations like this, and this is why I'm documenting everything I can. If this kind of content is valuable to you, hit that like and subscribe. It tells YouTube to show you more of it. And we will keep going deeper while building our HVAC American dream together.
The next thing is photos, and then so you just make sure that you uploaded the best photos you have. Make sure that you don't have any phone numbers on the tracks. If you have photos of the track or you are in the t-shirt and there is a phone number, make sure that you don't have this kind of photos, because Google will either slow down your account or it will not run smoothly. And make sure that you have faces of your team and you're as an owner standing somewhere there, because this is on the right side. You see Green Air Care, Green Doctors from New York, from Brooklyn. The guys, they have this photo, and the guy next to them, he also has this photo. And this is how you also, this is one of the factors, so it will probably make it easier for you to rank or outrank your competitors. So work with photos. Sometimes it's a very big factor for your account. Then settings, just for your information, if you want to receive message leads, then turn this on. If you don't, turn this off. Direct business search, this is very tricky, and if your company is very known in the market and they just Google your company and by the business name, by the brand name, this is where you have a risk to pay for the keyword, for the searches, for the visitors which are already yours. You bought them somewhere else, like you invested in a billboard and they're looking for you right now. And then if this is on, then you will pay once again for the call. So this will be a legit call, so they will charge you for that. So make sure if you have this kind of, like they have this analytics right now in the account, so you try to analyze and try to play with that. We had a case where we saved like $1,000 just on this thing. So you can save some money if you will turn this off, or if you're worrying about losing any of potential client, then just leave it off on. And the service areas, you can include the service areas which you serve, and of course exclude those which you don't want to serve. The business hours, make sure you put the business hours not just of your operations or technicians are going around. Like, the main thing is that you need to be able to pick up the phone during these business hours, and make sure that your managers or dispatch team, or like, you have these business hours covered. I mean, you have somebody on the phone. The next thing is booking and appointments just directly in from the local service ads to your calendar. If you're using House Call Pro or Service Titan or Workies or any of these software, then you have the possibility to connect it, and you will have this button book, and it will go to your calendar. I showed you in the beginning how it looks on the mobile phone. So even if you don't want to do this, at least try it, because this may be one of the ranking factor. And by the way, see on this example again, the team picture behind, like the van is behind, and here the guy, like, he's probably, I don't know who is this, he's an owner or technician, but people are standing on the photos. This is why I strongly recommend, like, make sure you have these photos with people on them. So this may be one of the ranking factors for your company to outrank the competitors. And this thing with the booking button, with the connecting to your calendar, it also may be one of the ranking factors. So let's move on. Once again, the ranking factors, I'll go one by one. So reviews on your business profile. In order to start local service ads, of course, you need to register as a company, connect it to business profile, to existing Google My Business profile, and then pass the background check and the license check, everything. You'll need to have not only those reviews which you have already on an account, you need to have a dynamic. So frequency and dynamic, this is what important. So make sure that you have some strategy how you generate new reviews, and of course you respond those reviews and so on. So first, reviews. Make sure you have those reviews that are coming into your account. Responsiveness is very important, and this is what I was telling you, that we had a guy, he was a participant of one of our webinars, and he said, wow, I didn't know that I have to pick up the phone right away, and he just missed all the calls and then he called back. But this is what Google sees as a not very good service for the clients to serve the local service ads visitors. So just listen to your calls. I don't know, like go to your account and see if anybody is picking up the phone. So make sure that you have 100% response rate and you respond all the calls just real quick. Then the profile completeness, photos, categories, job types, everything what we have already discussed. Rating every lead. This is very important. This is, I don't know how much important is that, because I see a lot of the times when I come into the log into account and I see again and again leads are not rated. So you have leads, you have a list of leads, and then you have 8 pages or 10 pages. Then after that, nobody cares about the leads. Nobody gives this information to Google. So mark it as booked if you booked the job thanks to this lead, or like rate it somehow. You have to make this work on the daily basis or maximum on the weekly basis. So rate those leads and you'll see what happens. Then business hours. Again, the business hours where in those time frames where you can't pick up the phone. This is very important. And bidding strategy, you can play with the bidding strategy and cost per lead manually. This is also an opportunity for you to outrank your competitors. So this is where you can win something more. A couple more words about how to win with local service ads. Rise bid per lead. This is where your first opportunity. You just make a signal to Google that I want to pay more for the same lead, and this is where Google may decide to rank your company and give you more leads. Play with weekly and daily budget. This is what I mean when I said that we need to dig into that budget settings deeper. So they usually recommend some amount like 600 or 1,000 or 2,000 per week, but the limit is, do you know how much they limited us? $35 million. This is the limit. I wouldn't recommend go so high, But anyway, if you set up even 100K weekly or 200K weekly, this is another signal for Google that you're willing to spend money with them, and you're willing to receive more and more leads. And if you're very good in answering the phone, if you're very good in rating those leads, then Google will let you work more with their leads. This is sound logic. So add personal photos, mark job as booked once again and again and again. Just do it, everything you can do it perfectly. So this is more or less it, guys, and I just want to go to your account and see if you have this list of your leads which nobody responded or nobody rated. If you have this list which nobody rated, then it's a signal for you that this is one of the reasons why you don't have enough leads from the local service ads account. Then you see I'm just sharing the screen and the furnace repair in San Francisco, and the guys which are showing up on number one, this finance heating and air, they have only 87 reviews in their business account. So this is just one of the examples when guys with let's say smaller account, I don't know how smaller they are, but they Outrank Atlas Trillo Heating and Air. This is a huge company in their area. They compare the Atlas Trillo Heating and Air, they have 1.3K reviews on their business account, and the smaller company outranks them. By the way, you see that they have a booking option. So maybe just assuming that this may be one of the factor which helps them to outrank the Atlas Trillo Heating and Air here. It seems very easy. I know it's really quite easy, but still it takes time, and it takes time to really play with that, to see what's happening in your local area. And you need to spend some time with that, and just write down the short checklist, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things which you need to play with inside your account, and then I'm sure that you will see the difference. But one thing is that you need to consider that it takes time for Google LSA to really, if it's slowed down already, it may take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months until you can recover it. So it's a long-term game. But anyway, I would definitely recommend you playing the best game with the local service ads, even if it doesn't work right now properly for your business. But keep trying, keep doing that, and you'll see one day it will work. Something will be changed in Google. I don't know, something you will change in your account, and it will work for your business very good. Just make sure that you're building this system. You're not relying on one channel, on one lead generation or marketing channel. You just building this system and building business together with that system. I'm sure that you can make it, and you can make your local service ads work. Drop the comments below, guys. Drop the comments below if you had this, if your LSA is running, or if your LSA is slowed down, or if you did everything and it didn't work. Just share your experience. That would be interesting to see, to listen. I will come to the comments and also reply to them. If you have any other questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. We will dive into other details of the local service ads and also into other marketing channels.